thing that I over the years I've gotten better at. I think in the beginning, because I didn't have that example.
I'm gonna take credit for that too.
Yeah. I mean, it works. That's the point.
That's the point of what we're doing.
Like-minded individuals. Yeah, I agree with that. His head ain't got big, but I agree with it. Got a little swole. You know what I'm saying? But I think, again, it goes back to having a circle of friends that will push you to be better. You know what I mean? It was never just for the record, because somebody may have been like me. I grew up without my dad, so I didn't see that type of love.
Yeah.
I received a lot of love.
Yeah.
And I was able to pour out a lot of love in my own way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that never meant that I didn't love her, but to the extent of gifts and dates and all of this, because in my mind, it was always, and we talked about this before, let me go to work, let me go to work. Let me make sure you got a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Let me make sure you got gas in the car. Let me make sure you don't have no flat. Let me make sure, I'm showing you love. And she was like, man, sometimes do you mind to take me on a date?
That's
And then I would say, oh my God, we don't have enough money. She said, man, let's just go outside.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, dang, that's it?
My
That's
wife-
all you want to do?
Yeah.
Make a sandwich, have some chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my wife don't want that, but I get what you said. She ain't.
Sandwich. No, it can
What
be
are we doing now?
I need 4 cheese
It
pasta.
can be a sandwich, but let's go downtown. Let's get it. You know, but again, iron sharpens iron. So I'm thankful for that, because, you know, after being to this year, it'll be our 19th.
Look at God.
Right? You know what I mean? And I was that guy. Like you said.
Almost drinking age, baby.
I know, right? Almost grown. I was to Mink's point, to Dr. Mink's point, I was the guy that was like, man, I'm gonna do it my way. I'll figure it out later. And you know, as I became closer with my circle, and I got to deleting the people who didn't mean me no good, and you kind of have to change. You know? I'm not saying that that's the reason. I wanted to change. I didn't know how.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who better to teach you than somebody who may have been down that path?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where us not having so much pride to take, you know, constructive criticism from other men or even other women for that matter.
Yeah.
We see what you're doing, you know, because we're around you all the time.
Yeah.
You didn't look like he was in love. Girl, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? I praise life here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to. But
that's
at a certain point, as your relationship matures, and as you mature from year to year, what I'm finding out too is that neither one of us are the same as we were last year.
Oh God, no.
So some of the things I liked last year, even me, I don't bring me that this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't appeal to me as much.
I don't want that pair of socks.
You know what I'm saying? because my mind is starting to shift. Not only because in the beginning it was just us, now we have kids. The same thing. Your mind started to shift. This is what's important. You know, instead of thinking about Jordan, I need to think about this life insurance policy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of thinking about, you know, maybe going overseas to this week, maybe I need to be thinking about how to make this moment count.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was telling these gentlemen a story earlier. I lost an auntie this week. I just saw her over the weekend. So even now, my mind shifts to not take any moments for granted.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I use these sessions even for therapy. Same concept, but it's as we're saying, all these things stirring in the pot is making me better than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
Yeah.
Better. You know what I mean? Go ahead, man. My bad.
I'll let Dr. Mink go.
Well, I just want to comment on something you said, because it's something that I believe I still struggle with, which is you were talking about I do this task and this task and this task, and isn't that also love? Right? If I put gas in the car, if I took the trash out, if I clean the dishes, those things are also love, right? And you don't do it to get paid back.
Right.
But you've internalized those things, that's what a relationship is that you're building this home together at all times. And so we get lazy in that respect, right?
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's, you know, bringing flowers or bringing lunch to work every day as you do for Nikita. Seems like anyway. But no, I'm saying like going out on dates and stuff like that. Like you forget that.
Yeah.
And those aren't extra things. Right? It's just that these other tasks you were doing yourself before you had a partner. Right? you had to do your own dishes. You
Yeah.
put gas in your car and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now I think unconsciously,
Yeah.
when we do that for the person we love, that's another thing. We're filling that bag with love we showed this week.
Yeah.
And but that's not
Yeah.
that's not what people need.
Yeah.
And what they need isn't an extra thing.
Yeah.
It's just that we need to, all people
Right.
need to internalize and make those things habitual as well.
Right.
Right.
Love that word.
The making dinner reservations once a month is just
Yeah.
as important as taking the trash out every week.
All right. That's
You
what I'm
just
talking
need
about.
Yeah.
you need to balance that. So I'm glad you said that because I do still struggle with that
Yeah.
on a regular basis, and I have to think, and then I feel bad because I'm like, man, you had to think, you had to think to
Yeah.
do this, but
Yeah.
and maybe that's when people say relationships will work. Maybe that's the work they mean, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the jobs anyway.
Well, I think you get your mind gets renewed often because we all do. Wives the same. You get busy being busy.
Yep.
And this is just like you said. It seems as if this is another thing, but in reality, this is me saying this is important. This is also important. We talked about on the episode.
I think they
a while
came
back.
up with the wives.
May
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were,
Yeah.
one of the gentlemen was like, I get so busy, I just forget. And it was pretty much across the board with the women. It came to the consensus of keep dating.
Yeah.
But as men, we get into that work mode, like Trev said. The bills got to be paid, mortgage got to be paid, gas got to be put in the car, and we forget that.